Hi Virgo, welcome to your full moon in Aquarius reading. This moon is happening in your 6th house, which is related to work, health, and daily routines. So we're going to see what might want to be illuminated for you in this full moon. What might want to be illuminated? All right, first out, 3 of coins, the Hermit. Well, that is technically your energy. And the Palace of Swords. Wow, with the Ace of Coins under the deck. Not too shabby. Ace of Coins, 2 of Swords. So true to this moon, this does look like it's about putting the effort in. 3 of Coins is an energy of working on something, perfecting the craft. It's typically cooperation, collaboration, and compromise with others. However, in this depiction, this dude's working alone. So I do feel this is a lot about perfecting the craft, really doing some internal deep dive work with the Hermit, gaining that inner wisdom and clarity with the Palace of Swords on the best route forward, because there is an opportunity with the Ace of Coins for a beautiful, prosperous, luxurious, and stable seed to be planted. But there needs to be some clarity around it first. There needs to be like getting clear on it. It also looks like taking time away from others and just really focusing on your own self and health might be really beneficial here in terms of gaining clarity. I see this as meditation, really, with the Hermit to the Palace of Swords. Palace of Swords is typically a household, though, with communication. Let's dive in and get some more info. Oh, okie this just flipped around. That is the Queen of Swords, exactly who lives in this Palace of Swords. Getting very clear, being discerning. This is a very intellectual energy. This is working on bringing in mental clarity before making the plan to move forward with the Chariot. What is the Hermit? Meditation, reflection, inner work. Okay, so the moon came out. We're doing this for the full moon in Aquarius, and this is about not being clear on the path forward. There is some uncertainty, and that uncertainty could lead to like fears and doubts. And that's why the Hermit is advising to take this time to really get clear. What is the Palace of Swords? It's the 5 of Cups. So there's been some loss and there's been some regrets in the past. That could have dampened self-esteem. These disappointments that have occurred, they might have taken the wind out of your sails, but just temporarily, because the 9 of Coins is under the deck here with the Queen of Wands. Nice. And quick movement forward with the 8 of Wands. So there is some advice about not focusing on the things that didn't work out and looking forward to the opportunities that are ahead. You know, like disappointment sucks, but it can also lead to a bigger and better path. And with this Ace of Coins and 9 of Coins and the Queen of Wands, it does look like that better path will open up for you. And it's good to just trust that the next step, although it might not be currently visible, it will open up when the time is right. So what is the 3 of Coins with the Queen of Swords? Clarity, discernment, really analyzing and evaluating something. Okay, we have death and the 9 of Pentacles. With the 5 of Wands, conflict, competition, other people's crap under the deck. So this is about figuring out how to transform any feelings of loss, lack, into abundance, luxury, and prosperity. Here we have repeating 9 of Pentacles under the deck, and this is the energy of self-worth, groundedness, like being good on one's own. Very successful energy. This person is a catch. And there could be some jealousy, to be honest, with the 5 of Wands under the deck, but I'm gonna ignore that and just look at the transition into the next level, the leveling up. The Ace of Coins leveling up to the 9 of Coins here. So the Hermit to the moon, 7 of Swords. Really came out in reverse. There's definitely some secrets here. Some things that have been hidden from sight. The 7 of Swords is that shady energy, like underhanded, definitely not to be trusted, but it can also be the energy of taking a calculated risk and making secret plans and doing stuff under the cover of moonlight. We have an Emperor under the deck, boss vibes, authority, taking control, taking charge, taking a calculated risk with the Fool underneath. Move forward fast with the Chariot, doing all the thinking and contemplating in order to make those next steps, knowing and having the belief in yourself with the Magician to know that you have the skill set to be able to do that. What is the Palace of Swords and the 5 of Cups? Something became clear. It was an unfortunate change, right? The Wheel of Fortune came out in reverse. Things didn't necessarily work out the way you had hoped. and that became clear. But the good news about the wheel is that the only constant is change. It's a good reminder that fortune favors the bold, and there's very bold energy out with the Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles twice, and the Five of Wands. Knowing that whatever conflict has occurred is helping bring you into greater alignment. We do have the Five of Swords under that, and typically I would say this is a selfish whatever energy, but in this case, I feel this is like putting yourself first because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Tell us about the Wheel of Fortune. Tell us about the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to come in quick. There is a Tower, and it's going to result in a celebration and a leveling up from the Nine of Pentacles now to the Queen of Pentacles. Coming in hot. The Tower is a sudden change. You did not see it coming because it's hidden with the moon. This is indicating this change, this transition will be a successful one. I do believe the advice is to let go of the routines that are no longer nourishing you, and that's going to help bring in the positive change faster. Let's get some advice. Something that was stuck will not stay stuck for long. Not with the Tower here. A stuck heartbreak. Oof, an isolation. Okay, upwards and onwards from that. Because new love, signs from nature, and self-worth. This could have been a massive lesson in self-worth. Bringing in this positive change with the Wheel of Fortune that is destined, fated, and in alignment with your next steps. So that is your full moon in Aquarius reading. I do hope it helped. If it did, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe, and I will see you again real soon.